Hi, this is Roger, and welcome back to Creating Your Own 11 Ball video game. When we left, we just got through using the system registry to score the high scores, the last 10 high scores, to compare the players to see who was the best player this round or this game, and if anybody could put their name up in the top 10 ranking. So now all we got to do is create a form. So let's go up here to Project, Add Windows Form, and we're going to go ahead and name it High Score, and add it. And you see it popped over here. This might be a little bit big, so let's bring it in about here. Let's go ahead. The name should already be named High Score. Okay, on the text, High Score. Well, let's put a space there. And our Windows default position, let's put it center parent. And let's do our background color. Web black. Okay, we're going to need some labels. So let's see, label. And on this first one, let's name it LBL player. Let's take off the auto size, make it false. We can leave the back color black. Whoops. And on our font, let's try Impact. I kind of like the way that looks. If you don't have it, just pick the type you want. I'm going to say bold and 36. And I'm just going to stretch the label all the way across. And let's see, it needs to be, I don't know, about that high, maybe smaller. Let me move it up. Let's go down here and do position or location. 0, 0. And let's see. We want to do the centering, text align. Let's do it right here in the middle. And do our full color. I don't know what color. Let's see. Let's make it that fuchsia or magenta. Whatever color it was before. It might have been green, but I think it was magenta. And let's go ahead and just, for size wise, make sure it's good. Say all caps, player's face 1. Okay, that should be good. Let's and just copy this and paste. And let's change the color to, okay, let's go up here. This is going to be a score, so say 999, comma 999, just for sizing. And let's make our color red. And let's name the label LBL score. Oops. Take my caps off. I'm going to change this color here to a bluish color. Well, I'm just being a little picky, I guess. That's good enough. Anyways, we got this will be our whichever players, player 1 or 2 to score. And let's do another label. Well, we just paste. And on this one, let's go down and say, congratulations. At a green for like winning. That's fine. I tend to like darker colors, it seems like. And we need our ranking. So let's paste. And let's make that one a blue. No, let's make that one that magenta. Or can't see much difference. And the text, let's just say like number 1. And let's change the name to LBL rank, label rank. So we should have player, label score. This one we don't care, it's going to stay all the time, it's not going to change. Label rank. And let's do one more. And this one can be a lot smaller. And let's just do this in white. And we change our font size to let's try 16. Let's take it off of Impact and just put it on regular Microsoft. Okay, and change the text to please enter your name. Might need to spell it correctly. And we'll need a text box. Okay, let's do white. No, we'll use them. That's fine. Black is good. So let's do our size. Let's make it 16. And over here on max length, let's put this as 9. I think that was the biggest number of letters that could fit in the actual game. And then we'll need a button. And let's name it BTN OK. And let's change our text to OK. And let's change the size. Let's see if 16 is too big. Oh, it is. Let's just make our button bigger then. Let me put something in text and see how it looks. Oh yeah, on the text align, let's go ahead and center that. And okay, it's big enough. Okay. This is our basic form. Oh, I forgot to change the name. So this, we'll call it text HS name. And while we're here, the character casing, let's change that to upper. I want everything in uppercase. And let's click the form anywhere in the bottom right hand corner there and come up here where it says accept button, change that to button OK. And on the text, let's do the tab table index, tab index, set it to 0. That way when the form pops up, it'll be the first one highlighted. Okay, as far as the coding goes, there's really not much to it. Well, first let's go back over here in the 11 ball programming. Go up here to the dimensions. Okay, I've been thinking about this. We don't need the high score name. We can go ahead and delete that. And since we're going to be putting the high scores in another form, the startup form, let's go ahead and make them public. And make the high score names public. And we're going to have to pass the ranking over, and we're going to have to pass which we got the ranking here, but we're going to have to pass which player it is, and only for the display. Just show it so it shows player 1 or player 2. So I'll make the current player public. Okay. So we'll scroll down here to the end of game. And up here where we find if the high score was beaten or not, the index into that is I. So we'll say high score rank is equal the index I. And down here where we're going to put above the save high scores, that's where we're going to put load the high score form. So we'll say high score dot show, but we want to do show dialog. We don't want to be able to leave that box. We don't want the code to continue going. So we'll be passing the rank, and we'll be retrieving the name. And let's go ahead and well, actually we'll send the name back in the other form. Okay, so let's go back to high score. Okay, let me go back and on the load, want label player dot text to equal the current player. Oh, we have to say the 11 ball form. So 11 ball dot current player, and let's see, +1, because the current player is either 0 or 1, so we need to go ahead and add 1 to it. And we want label score dot text to be equal to, well, let's do format 11 ball, and it's going to be the high scores, and the index will be 11 ball dot high score rank, and we want the format to be with the pound sign, with the commas in it. And what else are we going to need? And we'll need the rank number. So label rank dot text is equal to the pound sign and HS 11 ball dot HS rank. Okay. Let's see. We don't need this text change. Let's get rid of that. And on the OK button, we want to go ahead and send the rank down. So we'll say 11 ball dot high scored names, index as 11 ball. Whoops. High score rank is equal to text HS name dot text. Okay, that should be it. Double check. Put the player number, the score, and the ranking. Select the name. And when press OK, it sends it back. Let's go back to, make sure I got everything here. We pull up. Let me go back. And we need to say me dot close. Okay, I'm looking at this and I see a couple things I didn't quite do. This right here shouldn't just be the player number, it should be player all capital letters. And actual player number. And down here on the ranking, since our array is 0 through 9, so if you're first place, you'll be ranked 0. So we need to actually increment that by 1. So 0 would be 1 and 9 would be 10. Okay, so I think that's all the little mistakes I made. Let's give it a shot and see. Since it says player 1 on our preset here, I'm going to go ahead and make player 2 win, just to make sure all that works. That's pretty good enough. Okay, player 2, 75,300. Location 1, we'll have to check that. And let's just say got 1. We'll go check our registry. Okay, should be name 1, got 1. Score 1 is 75,300, so that's correct. Okay, that seems to be working, but I'm going to go ahead and play around with it a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I was playing around with it, and I have a small problem. Let's go here on the 11 ball. The high score form is fine, but over here on the in game, when we check and we find the high score, that part's working fine. But where I move all the scores down, I overlooked something right here. I moved all the scores down where it says for I equals 8 to 0. That should be I, not 0. In other words, let's say we find player number 7 is, 0 through 6. It didn't beat, but it beat number 7. And the way it was moving all the scores down because it went from 8 to 0. It should only move it down up to player number 7. So we need to change the 0 to I, and that should correct that. So everything will be working fine now. Slide oversight. So we need to go ahead and add a form for our startup form. So we say project, add Windows form. We're going to name it startup. Okay, and on this one we're going to add some buttons. Let's go ahead and copy it. Let's do 4 buttons total. Okay, button number 4 is going to be for resetting the high score. Button number 3 is for exiting the game. Just in case the startup screen's there and you just want to end it, just hit that. If you just exit out, it'll just close the form and go back to playing the game. But we'll just put an exit function here. And buttons 1 and 2 will be to pick the number of players. So that's simple enough. So basic on number 1, we'll just say 11 ball. Oh, we're going to have to change something too. Let's go here to our 11 ball. Scroll all the way up here to our dimension statements. And we're going to have to pass the number of players, so we need to change that to public. And we'll go back. So we'll say 11 ball. Number of players equals 1. And we're going to go ahead and close this form. And button number 2, same thing. We're just going to make it 2 players. And button number 3, we're just going to say end, which is end everything. And button number 4, we need to go back here to 11 ball coding and go all the way down to the bottom to where it says initialize registry. We need to change that from private to public so we can call it from this other one. Let's go back and just say 11 ball dot initialize registry. And that should be it on here. Now let's go back to 11 ball Come up here to the end game. Okay, whether there's a winner or not, we want to go ahead and just say start game. So when the game's over, we're going to restart the game. And then up here, on the start game, just before the start round, we want to put startup dot show dialog, and when it comes back, we want to say startup dot close. And we might as well go ahead and while we pull up the high score, we need to go ahead and close that one. In game, there we go. And we'll say high score equals nothing. That's what I need to make equal to nothing. And that was a mistake. Let me go back up here, because we are closing the high score already. We did make it equal to nothing. Okay. Did I accidentally erased my start round? Anyway, start. Okay. And we're going to preset the current player to number 1, and that way if you exit out of it, it'll still only do 1 player. So let's see if we got this right. Let's go ahead and start it. Okay, and before I do that, startup design, I need to set the default to center parent, and let's go ahead and just put a space there on the title. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay, let's try two players. Okay, show 2 players. Player number 2 got 72, so I'll say P2. And it lets me go back. Let me try 1 player. Okay, let's just try exit it out. It should just go to 1 player. Okay, let's try. Let's pull the registry up real fast. Okay, I'm going to try to erase all this. Let's pull it back up again. And everything's erased, so that's good. And last and all, let's say exit. Okay, it ended the program. Okay, so basically the form will cycle through and everything. The high score is all cycling through, and I corrected that mistake on the high score. array. So now all we got to do is start adding just a pretty screen. Otherwise, we could have just put an input box, just like on the high score. We could have just put an input box and asked for the name. And on here, we can just do an input box and ask for the number of players, and we could do the clear score and everything from a drop-down menu. But I like this look better, so we'll go ahead and let's go back to the screen. Nope, let's go here because we're gonna be using control arrays, and we'll be coding them in. It'll just be easier to keep track, I believe, instead of having to remember label 1, label 2. Okay, well, let me run back here real fast. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put like the numbers 1 through 10 here. We're going to have the scores 1 through 10 here, and the names 1 through 10 here to start with. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to, So we're going to go ahead and, just like we did on our ball boxes on the other one, we're going to go ahead and create some arrays. And we're going to call them high score rank. That's our 1 through 10 as label. We're going to have the high score as the label, and high score name as a label. And on our form load, we're gonna, well, let's go ahead and initialize everything, or build our arrays. So we're gonna say for I equals 0 to 9, high score rank equals a new label, and mead dot controls dot add HSRI, and now we need to set our parameters. Really all we're going to need is the font, new font, and we're just going to use Arial, and we're going to make it all of these we're going to make 20 for the height. And let's see, font style, comma, sorry, is dot bold, I think it is, yeah. And we're going to do our text alignment. It's equal to the content alignment, and this is going to be, we want everything to the right, so the middle right. And our color, there I go with my, let me turn off my touchpad again. And we're just going to make the color red. And our width. Okay, I'm kind of guessing on the size that is only going to be 2 or 3, 4. So we're going to say 65. And the height will be I think that should be about 35, I think. And we're going to need the location. Is equal to a new point. And let's see, let's start at 0, comma, and we're going to space them down, one below the other. So we'll say I times 35, because that's the height. And just for now, let's say the border just so we can see it. And the text is going to be equal to I plus 1 and let's just go ahead and run this just to see what this one looks like. I think I got everything: the font, alignment, the forecolor, the width, the height, the location, and temporarily we're going to do a border style and the numbers. Let's just run this and see. Okay, and let's go ahead. I can see we're going to have to shift this one over a little bit. And while we're at it, let's set our background color to black. I think that, let me just run that real fast. I think that'll look better. Okay. And let's try on this location. If it's 9, let's subtract 7. I put the 7 in the wrong spot. Let's see if that helps. Yep, they look lined up. We got lucky there. Okay, so let's just copy these. And let's change this to high score. Whoop, forgot that one over there. let's go ahead and get rid of this statement here. And okay, we're gonna have to change the width. I think let's do let's do 120, almost twice as wide as that one. And the position, okay, this is 65 in the width, so we'll start at 65. And everything else same. Now let's change our text. 99. Well, let's do a format statement. And we want to I like my comma there. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay, that looks pretty good. And let's do it one more time. And this should be the N for name. Okay. And let's just change this to 3. Well, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Since 9 is our length. Okay, these are 120. Start at 65, so that's 180, 185. Let's just say 190. And oh no, let's say about 200. Okay. Now I want these shifted to the left. I want these shifted to the right. So and we are middle right. Want this to be middle left. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, now that one can stay the same. This one, what we need to do is put right here, whoops, it's 11 ball dot high scores I. And what we need to put right here is 11 ball dot high score names. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, I did. I think I reset them. I did. I reset them. Okay, well let's just put a couple. Let's put one score in there just to see. Well, it doesn't matter. Everything's empty, so no matter what, it's going to be high score. Okay. Okay. That's looking good. Now, let's go ahead and take our border styles off. We don't need them. And let's go back to the form. And change the titles. And the only thing left, I think we need to put a little picture right here and show the 11 ball game. So let's add a picture box. And let's see here. We'll call that stretch, even though there's nothing there yet. And our background image. Actually, let's just do this for now. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put a resource. Remember the picture we had before we erased everything? Or later on, I might just take a screen caps and save the picture and put it in here. But let's just see what that looks like. Make sure I'm not overlapping my... Actually, I can make this bigger. That might be too big. Let's see. I tell you what, let me put something with all the letters up there. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, we're gonna have to move it in. And I have to move it up so it's not so... Kind of looks... That kind of looks roundish there, so... Okay, I think that's good enough. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can put a picture here of like a one-player symbol and a two-player symbol. Um, you can make these higher and darker, bold. I might make them bold. But that's pretty much it. Now what I need to do next is, I don't think I have, yeah, let me just go ahead and start it. I need to be putting the high score name up here. I need to have that on this form load. And that's label high score name and label high score. So on the start game, we load our high scores. Let's go ahead and do it right after that. Actually, let's do it on the start game. Label high score dot text is equal to high scores and label high score name dot text is equal to high score names and there we go. And if I score higher, that should change. So let me do that real quick. Yep, you can see it threw it up there. And let's get out of it. And next time we come up, it should still be there. Yep. Okay, that's pretty much it right now. We'll probably just, I might see why the way to speed up closing the game out by changing, because I see it's still trying to throw the balls when I try to close it out. And I don't like that when it first starts up. I didn't like seeing that little white right there. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how I can stop that. So next time when we come back, we're gonna be, if I can correct those problems, and if not, but either way, we're gonna be doing the sound. All right. Until then, thank you. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, if you like the video, please select the thumbs up, give me a like, and hit the little box that says subscribe. Thank you.